में भी चालू कर दूँ। कर भी क्या स्टार्ट, बोलूँ क्या? मैं तो दिख ही नहीं रही कैमरे। Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to our channel. So here I am back with the final syllabus crash course. Quick revision लेकर हम आए हैं. Now in your live session, we are going to start according to your section, according to your blueprint of the paper. I'm going to take a quick revision of the whole course syllabus. So here I'm going to start. In section A, you will face two unseen passages. That will be unseen passages. You have not seen it. So one and two, both the questions are going to same in section A. You may see, read the following passage carefully and answer the questions given below. Man has through the ages sought in vain for an imaginary elixir of life, the divine Amrita, a draught of which was thought to confer immortality. But the true elixir of life lies near to our hands, for it is the commonest of all liquids, plain water. I remember one day standing on the line which separates the Libyan desert from the valley of the Nile in Egypt. On one side was visible a sea of billowing sand without a speck of green or a single living thing anywhere visible in it. On the other side lay one of the greenest, most fertile and densely populated area to be found anywhere on the earth, teeming with life and vegetation. What made this wonderful difference? Why, it is the water of the river Nile flowing down to the Mediterranean from its sources a couple of thousands of miles away. Geologists tell us that the entire soil of the Nile Valley is the creation of the river itself, brought down as the finest silt in its flood waters from the highlands of Abyssinia and from remote Central Africa and laid down through the ages in the trough through which the Nile flows into the sea. Egypt, in fact, was made by its river. Its ancient civilization was created and is sustained by the life giving waters which come down year after year with unfailing regularity. There is nothing which adds so much to the beauty of the countryside as water, be it just a little stream trickling over the rocks or a little pond by the wayside where the cattle quench their thirst of an evening. The rain-fed tanks that are so common in South India, alas, often so sadly neglected in their maintenance area, cheering sight when they are full. They are, of course, shallow, but this is less evident since the water is silt laden and throws the light back, and the bottom does not therefore show up. These tanks play a vital role in South Indian agriculture. In Mysore, for example, much of the rice is grown in them. Some of these tanks are surprisingly large, and it is a beautiful sight to see the sunrise or set over one of them. Water in the landscape may be compared to the eyes in a human face. It reflects the mood of the hour, being bright and gay when the sun shines, turning to dark and gloomy when the sky is overcast. Now come to the question answers. How you will do question answers of unseen passage. I'm going to tell you that what is the elixir of life. The elixir of life is plain water, which is the commonest of all liquid. Main motive क्या है, मतलब main जो उसमें essential thing है वो क्या है, plain water. Which two different distinct geographical regions are mentioned in the passage? The two distinct geographical regions mentioned are the Libyan Desert and the Valley of the Nile in Egypt. Now, how is Libyan desert described? The Libyan desert is described as a sea of billowing sand without a speck of green or a single living thing visible anywhere on it. Come to the next question. Why is valley of the Nile fertile and densely populated? The valley of the Nile is fertile and densely populated due to the river Nile's water and silt deposit from distant highlands which sustain abundant life and vegetation. Come to the next. Which country is made by its river? Egypt is made by its river, the Nile. The entire soil of the Nile Valley is the creation of the river itself, and its ancient civilization was created and sustained by the river. What plays a vital role in South Indian agriculture? Rain-packed tanks play a vital role in South Indian agriculture. In Mysore, for example, much of the rice is grown under them. Okay, whatever questions we have done now, these all are very enough sufficient to understand, to do, to read, to study, and to find out according to the question. You will definitely find the answers of it. But the main motive, how we solve the similar words from the passage, how do we search, how do we find, or how do we find opposites also as per similar words, but the answer should be in the passage. A liquid which is considered essential for immortality. लाइन आपकी आई है वो लिक्विड जो कि essential है immortality के लिए, जीवित रहने के लिए, that is elixir. वो वर्ड हमें फाइंड आउट करना है. The sky covered with clouds, overcast, to satisfy the feeling of thirst, that is quench. ठीक है, जब आप thirsty होते हो satisfy करने के लिए quench word हम use कर सकते हैं. You may use in your vocabulary also in daily routine life. Come to the next. The next question is also your unseen passage, which you may do by your own. You may take a screenshot of it also. No issue. So that it will be easy to find out to solve the answers of the given question of the passage. You can see. Come to the question, what is the ability of elements of nature? Nature के element की ability to purify things and beings. What spoils the inborn traits of virtue? Insufficient and improper training spoils the inborn traits of virtue. The next is, how does our latent purity shine? Through sanskars and nature. The impure legacy from animal is washed off and the latent purity in man is made to shine. What is the effect of atmosphere? Atmosphere shapes behavior significantly unless brought up in a pure environment. Inborn purity withers away or gets eclipsed. Find out the word, opposite word of the word softness. That is harshness. Find out the same word for the virtue we get by birth. ऐसी चीज जो आपको बाय बर्थ मिली है तो आप कहते हैं गॉड गिफ्टेड है, इनबॉर्न है. आप ऐसा कह सकते हैं. यू मे यूज दीज वर्ड्स. Now come to the next question, which is based on paragraph writing. That includes your writing section from your grammar part. Section B. It includes in section B. Write a paragraph in about 100 words on Haryalo Rajasthan Abhiyan. Now, here some hints are also given to you. What was the campaign? How many saplings were aimed to plant? How did it encourage people? Community involvement, use of technology and monitoring. Contribution of education department. So, Haryalo Rajasthan, you have to mention the main title in the center of the paragraph while we start a paragraph writing. Haryalo Rajasthan Abhiyan. The Haryalo Rajasthan Abhiyan was an ambitious environmental campaign launched by the Rajasthan government to combat desertification, and promote afforestation. The campaign aimed to plant approximately 50 million saplings across the state. It encouraged widespread participation through awareness programs highlighting the importance of environmental conservation. Community involvement. So you may take a screenshot of it also. Here only paragraph writing is there, so you may write, because definitely here I am giving you a sample. There is a chance that it will not come in your exam. Here I am going to give you some hints, some important points. Definitely, how do we solve the question answer? How do we do unseen passages? How do we find the answers of the unseen passages? How do you write letter writing है आपका invitation writing है paragraph writing है whatever is your in syllabus, that course we are going to we are revising it, so please be careful. Next is you are Megha or Mehul. The presence of a wine shop just a few steps away from your school has become a matter of serious concern for students, parents, and teachers. Many students feel unsafe and learning environment is getting disturbed due to the frequent gathering near the shop. Write a letter to the district collector complaining about the wine shop situated close to your school building. So, where is your school? It has not been mentioned yet. You have to write your school address by your own, but there is a possibility, yes, it is confirmed in the question that the wine shop should be near your school. How you will start your letter writing? This is your formal letter as you are doing complaining. So, first, I'm going to take the, you may see how you will write formal letter writing. After watching this, you may understand the format of formal letter writing. I'm going to tell you format of formal letter or informal. Both of the letter writing I'm going to give you the format of it. Firstly, formal letter का format ये होता है. First 2-3 lines में you have to write sender's address, next date. Today's date is 13th March. So you have to write date like this. No need to put date, please. Okay. Next is just like sender's address. We have to use 2-3 lines at least for receiver's address. After it, you have to mention subject. Okay. And after the subject, you have to mention salutation, respected sir, dear sir, madam, whatever is it. So by this place, you may start the body of the letter. आप यहाँ से start कर सकते हैं. And in the end, you have to give thanks, thanking you, yours sincerely or faithfully, you may write. And after, by adding your name at the last. This is the format of formal letter writing, which you can see. You may take a screenshot of it also. You may ask me through the comments if you have any query in that. Come to the next. format of informal letter writing. Informal letter writing in boy as it is first to three lines have booked by writing sender's address. Next is date. Next is directly salutation. You may start from the salutation. 3-4 lines is letter's body. Body of the letter I have to mention in it. After this, best wishes, regards, convey करने हैं तो blessings, you may give blessings also, etc. Got it? No need to write thanking you here. And in the end, you may put subscription just like yours loving daughter or son or your name. Not even yours loving daughter. Here, subscription will come in any kind of form, whatever the questionnaire will give you. Got it? So, here I want to give you some hints also so that you will clear in your mind. Look, 1, 2, 3 lines में यहाँ Megha and Mehul है because you are a student of your class, your school. So here यहाँ sender address जो आएगा वो आपका school address हो गया. Got it? Date आ गई. District collector बीकानेर. District नीचे आ जाएगा. Subject complaint regarding wine shop near our school. Sir and madam. Next is I wish to bring your urgent attention to a wine shop located near our school. Its presence has created an unsafe environment for students. Daily gatherings of intoxicated individuals pose serious insecurity threats. Many students feel intimidated by passing by. The frequent disturbances and inappropriate behavior have severely affected our learning environment. This violates norms prohibiting liquor shops near educational institutions. I request immediate action to relocate this shop, ensuring student safety and a conducive learning atmosphere. Thanking you for your consideration. Yours sincerely, Megha or Mehul, whatever you are, you may write your name. Come to the next. That includes your section C and totally based on whole grammar. Fill in the blanks by choosing the appropriate phrasal verbs given in brackets. Phrasal verbs question है Corona epidemic dash in India in 2020. Broke through या broke out? Definitely broke out. उसने सबको तोड़ के रख दिया था. वो epidemic बीमारी बड़ी थी. The students must dash their preparation to get success. Carry out or carry on? Carry on because preparation के साथ तो वो carry on ही करेंगे. Students will definitely carry on to the preparation. It is already cool. Please dash the fan. Turn on or turn off? Turn off definitely if it's cool. Fill in the blanks by choosing the correct conjunction given in the bracket. She could not study well. She got good marks. Here, full stop is there. When and though. She could not study well, though she got good marks. Okay. I know that I have not given you options in somewhere. Definitely, there are many places where I have not given you hints, but definitely there is a possibility. नहीं, बल्कि definitely it is compulsory to give the options to the students in examinations or in question paper as your final exam जो questionnaire examiner है he or she will definitely give you. So here in final syllabus, I have given you question options also. So there is no need to worry of it. You know very well how to do, how to solve, how to find the answers from there. So it will be easy task for you to get good marks. Pay attention to your students dash you may pass unless so that. Pay attention to your studies so that you may pass. Anil is rich dash all the boys want to be his friends. Anil is rich, so all the boys want to be his friends. Combine each set of sentences into one sentence as directed. He has some duties. He must perform them. Use infinitive. Infinitive words are to be, or you may say to plus first form of the word. So he has some duties to perform. Here he is common in both the sentences. So subject is common. We have to remove the subject. Them is also using for the persons which are already known according to the subject. So he has some duties to perform. Monkey jumped, he ran away. Use participle. So there is an ing form. Participle is present participle, past participle. तो ing form उसमें mention होती है. Jumping, comma, the monkey ran away. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the conditional verb. If I dash the principal of my school, I would run the school very well. If I were the principal of my school, I would run very well. Students will definitely get confused कि ma'am said कि I के साथ तो was लगता है. Then how can ma'am assume were here? How can it would be right? As per the rules of conditional verbs, we have already learned that we have taught you that while if you are using would in second part or first part of the sentence, half part of the sentence, you have to do first form of the verb. Got it? If you are assuming something, if you are doing to assume such things, so if you are using would instead of will, then you have to do past tense form of the verb. No issue. But if already mentioned hai agar aapke, if is already mentioned in your sentence, as this is conditional sentence, then you have to put were also. If I were the principal, that you can't, you can assume, but you can't become a principal of that. So there you can use were. If India had played well, it would have won. Answer any one of the questions. Following question about 60 words. Describe the words done by Gandhi for improving the health condition in Champaran. It has been taken from your Flamingo, chapter number 5, Indigo. Gandhi worked extensively to improve health conditions in Champaran. He arranged for a doctor to volunteer for 6 months, providing basic medicines like castor oil, quinine, and sulfur ointment. These are the things which are available in the village to treat common ailments. He noticed the poor hygiene and filthy clothing for women and asked Kasturbai to educate them about cleanliness. He also emphasized sanitation by instructing ashram residents to maintain proper latrines. So here are the work which done by Gandhi. You may take screenshot of it and we have learned it. So just revise this. Just give me 2 minutes. Done, I think. Come to the next. Describe the efforts done by the author to conquer the fear of water. From your chapter Deep Water, chapter number 3, from your book Flamingo. The author hired an instructor and practiced swimming 5 days a week for months. The instructor used a belt rope system, teaching him gradually. He learned to exhale underwater and inhale above water through repeated exercises. Piece by piece, he mastered leg movement and strokes. He Continue practicing alone, swimming in Lake Wentworth and Bomb Lake, ultimately conquering his fear completely through persistent effort and determination. Next is answer the following questions in about 20 to 30 words. What does M. Hamel think about the French language? Chapter number 1 from your book Flamingo. Who is M. Hamel? The last lesson teacher, I think. Okay. Who has completed his 40 years in education department as a worker, as an employee in the same school through which he is going to quit from there because he has transferred from somewhere to somewhere. Am Hamel believes that the French is the most beautiful, clearest, and most logical language in the world. He considers it the key to freedom for enslaved people. So he believed in that it is a good language to understand, to read, to consider as a freedom for enslaved people, those who are doing slaving there. So they can be enslaved by this language. What is the name of the novel written by Umberto Eco? What is the reason for its huge success? Interview. It has been taken from the chapter number 7 from your book Flamingo, the interview. The name of the novel written by Umberto Eco is The Name of the Rose. This answer will definitely come in your MCQ. So kindly remember it. He dealt with a period of medieval history and it is the reason for its huge success. वो medieval history की totally based थी तो वो उसी duration का deal कर रही थी उसी duration के बारे में according to the history it is telling us. So that's why it is the huge reason for its success. Come to the next. Explain any one of the following stanza with reference to context. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty that all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring unto us from the heavens brink. From where this stanza has been taken? Anyone else think of beauty? From your chapter, from your poem 3. Reference, these lines are taken from the poem A Thing of Beauty from Endymion by John Keats. Who has written this stanza or who has written this poem? John Keats. The context is the poet is discussing various things of beauty that provide eternal joy to mankind. He lists natural beauties and then moves to a beautiful story and legends that give us continuous happiness. Explanation in context, you have to do summary of the explanation. No need to explain it in a very big manner. You have to summarize the whole stanza in your context. Explanation, the poet says that the magnificent stories we have imagined about great heroes and mighty dead people are also things of beauty. All the lovely tales we have heard or read act like an endless fountain of immortal drink that continuously pours down to us from heaven's edge. These beautiful legends and stories provide everlasting joy and inspiration, never diminishing in their power to delight us. The next one is, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. From where it has been taken? It has been taken from Home 1. My mother at 66. Reference, what is the reference of this poem? If I must ask, what is the reference? That this poem has been taken from poem 1 from our Flamingo, and the poem name is My Mother at 66, and the poetess of who composed this poem, the name is Kamla Das. Context, the poetess is going to Cochin with her mother to catch a flight from the airport. On the way, she looks at her mother and feels a pain over her condition. What is the explanation of it? The poetess is sad to see her mother's old age face. She tries to divert her attention from her mother's physical condition. She looks out at the young trees rushing away past her and happy children running out of their homes. Next is come to the Vistas or Flamingo poetry sections question. Answer any one of the following questions in about 60 words. How will keeping quiet will create a better world? From your book Flamingo Poetry Section, Poem 2, it has been taken Keeping Quiet. Keeping quiet will help to create a better world by allowing introspection and understanding. It would stop violence and destructive activities. Fishermen wouldn't harm whales. Warmongers would abandon conflicts and walk peacefully with others. This moment of stillness would help us to understand ourselves better, interrupt our sadness, and stop threatening each other with death. Silent reflection would bring humanity together in peace and harmony. Next is what is the central idea of the poem and Jennifer's Tigers? This is poem 5, the last poem of your poetry section from your book Flamingo. And Jennifer's Tiger. The central idea of the poem is the contrast between oppression and freedom. And Jennifer creates tigers through her needlework that are fearless, confident, and free, representing her unfulfilled desires. However, she herself lives under the oppressive weight of her marriage even after death. Her art will survive as a symbol of the freedom and strength she could never achieve in life. So why is it so? And Jennifer is a female just like that who lives in a very foundation life. Her husband was compelling her to live according to his life, to live her life according to her husband. So he is very much kind of dominating nature, as he wants that his wife should live according to him only. She likes to do embroidery on a piece of cloth, but she was unable to do it. So behind the behind her husband, whenever she wants to do, she may use it. And while doing this, she wanted to show us her feeling. So what she did in that, she showed us on a piece of cloth by through embroidery. By making embroidery, she wanted us a tiger was in front of the grass, and he was roaming here and there. She was embroidered just like that, so that she can imagine her life through tiger. And she is definitely not able to live her life in a very free manner. She is unable to live her life like that. So she wants to be a just like fearless, confidence, and free, so that she represent her unfulfilled desires also. Come to the next. Answer the following questions in 20 to 30 words. List the natural things of beauty mentioned in the from your poem 3, a thing of beauty. The natural things of beauty mentioned are the sun, the moon, old and young trees, daffodils, clear streams, and forest thickets with musk rose blooms. What was the play of the folk who had put up the roadside stand? From your poem 4, a roadside stand. The people who put up the roadside stand did not want charities. They wanted to earn some money from the city people. This they thought could improve their lot a little. They offered their produce for sale. Answer any one of the following questions in about 60 words. Did Dr. Sadao do his duty honestly? Explain your answer with suitable. Okay? It has been taken from the chapter number 4 from your book Vistas the Enemy. Yes, Sadao performed his duty honestly as both a doctor and a human being. Despite the American soldier being his country's enemy during wartime, Sadao chose to save his life, though he struggled with conflicting loyalties between patriotism and humanity. He ultimately prioritized his medical ethics. He treated the prisoner with utmost care, demonstrating that compassion and professional duty transcend national boundaries and hatred. Got it? How was the tiger killed by the 100 tiger? It has been taken from Vista's book, chapter number 2, The Tiger King. On the third birthday of his son, the Tiger King gifted a tiny wooden tiger to his son. The toy was rough and had slivers because unskilled carpenter made it. While playing, one of the slivers pricked the king, though it was removed, but infection flared in Maharaja's right hand. It developed into a suppurating sword. The surgeons operated the king, but Maharaja was killed. In this manner, the 100 tiger killed him. Come to the next. Answer the following questions in about 20 to 30 words. How can the indignities of untouchability be thrown away? It has been taken from Memories of Childhood, Part 2. We too are human beings. Yes, I know that I have not studied you, but still I want to remind you these all things, that whatever we are learning, whatever we are doing through MCQs, you have to learn it by this. The indignities of untouchability can away with through education, self-respect, social reform, and collective resistance. People must recognize the equal dignity of all humans, regardless of caste. As you all know that you have not studied word to word this chapter, but you know very well part one of Memories of Childhood, part one, totally based on Zitkalasa. Okay, long hair story is that. Part two, we too are human beings. Bama, totally based on Bama's Bama's role. So it is based on untouchability, wholly and solely based on untouchability. For what purpose is Antarctica regarded as the ideal place for scientific study? It has been taken from your book Vistas, chapter number 3, Journey to the End of the Earth. Antarctica is a place where we can study present, past, and future of the Earth. It is pure and age-old carbon records like trapped in its layers of ice. If I want to ask about the how much of ice in percent, how much percent of ice Antarctica has stored, is stored in Antarctica? Around 90%. This question is very important. It definitely comes in your MCQs. Come to the next, the last question. Choose the correct option. Which newspaper was there on the platform of the third level? The World. What was the name of the Charlie's psychiatrist? Sam. If I must ask you about what was the name of the Charlie's friend, the answer is same. Sam. And Sam was a psychiatrist. How old was Daddy? He's just 14-year-old boy. How did Mr. Lamb lose his leg? Lost in a war. And how did Derry lose his face? His one side of face by throwing iron acid. So it has been burnt. What terrible warnings did Kalasa receive from her friend Judwin? Cutting off the hair. How much money was to be paid for 50 rings? 3 lakhs. Chapter 2, the third level from the Tiger King. So, I have taken in this video, I have taken whole and soul a quick revision of your final syllabus. So, students, this is very helpful for you. If you have any query, then do comment in the comment box. Thank you. All the very best for your exam. Thank you so much.